now at 11.
Get ready for more rain, when you'll need an umbrella, and when the sky's clear in your exclusive 10-day forecast.
A rare condition that could be linked to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. What doctors want you to know tonight.
A dog found abandoned and suffering.
I'm glad that it's going to be getting the care that it needs.
Good Samaritans step in to help as police search for who is responsible.
Providing hope for people dealing with COVID symptoms months later.
It's a real struggle with my identity.
The new efforts to help treat long haulers.
And it's so much more than a first pitch.
He's teaching us all to be brave.
The dream come true for the mighty Quinn.
That's happening right now on NBC10 Boston.
First alert weather tonight at 11. And stop us if you've heard this one before. We are watching rain. The good news, though, it won't be a total washout. That's good news. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Shannon Mulaire. It's been kind of a dreary stretch lately, and it's not quite over yet. Let's get right over to meteorologist Pete Bouchard, who's timing it all out for us, Pete.
Heavy on the clouds for tomorrow, Shannon. We're going to look at this map one more time to talk about the rain that fell last night and into this morning. Quite out of this pattern. We'll explain coming up.
All right. Looking forward to that, Pete. Thank you. And stay with us for all your first alert weather updates. You can also take that forecast with you on the go. Just head to NBC10Boston.com, or you can download our free mobile app. This is developing tonight. The FDA adding a warning label to the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine. This follows reports of 100 cases of the rare Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a neurological disorder that damages nerve cells. NBC10's Eli Rosenberg joins us live from Beacon Hill tonight with a closer look at what this means, Eli.
Well, Shannon, we're talking about some 280,000 people who have received the J&J vaccine here in the Commonwealth. At places like this pharmacy here behind us, we talked to a lot of experts tonight, and they tell us, yes, this is important to know, but it's also important to keep some perspective. So if you have any questions, you should ask your doctor. Live in Boston, Eli Rosenberg, NBC10 Boston.
Yeah, good perspective there, Eli. Thank you. Also today, Pfizer met with federal health officials to discuss the booster shot. Town officials in Provincetown addressing COVID concerns on the Cape. New at 11, we're hearing from the people who stepped in to help a dog in need. This small Chihuahua mix was found abandoned and suffering. Now the search is on for the dog's owner. NBC10's Kathryn Sotnik joins us live from Randolph tonight with this story. This is upsetting, Kat.
Well, it certainly is, Shannon. We can tell you that this dog was found here behind me in this desolate parking lot. Randolph police say this dog was abused and it will need its leg amputated tomorrow morning. And they say already that they're getting so many calls with people trying to adopt this dog. Reporting from Randolph tonight, I'm Kathryn Sotnik, NBC10 Boston.
God is doing okay. Kat, thank you. This is a shocking case under investigation in Northbridge. Police are searching for the man you see here in this doorbell camera video. As you can see, he walks right into a home while looking at his phone. The problem here, he doesn't live in that house. A man was shot by Everett police following an hours-long standoff early this morning. The pandemic uncovered deep-rooted health inequities, and a task force in Boston has been working on ways to fix that problem. Experts have said for a while that COVID impacted communities of color at a far greater rate. Now tonight, there's a roadmap for the future. NBC10's Michael Rosenfield joins us live from Roxbury now with the latest on this, Michael.
Shannon, this group has been meeting basically since the very beginning of the pandemic, and today they produced their report and their findings. They have been focused on racism and public health. The resulting Health Equity Now plan that the committee has put together outlines 8 goals, including reducing housing insecurity, increasing the number of people of color in positions of leadership, and enhancing quality of life. So the task force is really encouraging everybody to read the report and the findings. It is lengthy, over 100 pages. We do have a link on our website. Live in Roxbury tonight, Michael Rosenfield, NBC10 Boston.
Michael, thank you. Happening tomorrow, the final mass vaccination site in the state will close its doors. A Lowell woman is vowing to continue her fight to save her pet goats after she was ordered to put them down by today. Vilmaria Maldonado got 3 goats from her boyfriend. Maldonado says she wants to take this fight to court. Next on NBC10 Boston, providing hope for COVID long haulers.
You know, I wasn't getting better. Sorry. and I didn't understand it at all.
A look at the efforts to treat the mysterious symptoms. Pete.
Shannon, 67 right now. Our high temperature tomorrow, dazzling 71. We'll warm it up later in the week for some beach weather. We're focusing in on that more than the showers.
All right, Pete, thanks. We'll see you in a bit, and you don't want to miss this. An inspirational day at Fenway Park. The update from the Mighty Quinn and his family after a dream comes true. We're back in 60 seconds. It's another tough part of the pandemic. COVID long haulers, their symptoms and how to care for them have been a bit of a mystery, but hospitals across the country are now setting up programs to provide better treatment and learn more. NBC10's Kristy Lee has this story new at 11.
I just can't use the yardstick of who I was.
COVID-19 has stolen Julie Craven's health and much more.
I think we have a much better sense of the pattern of symptoms that patients have.
It's not unusual for me to see people who are 9 months or 12 months out from their initial illness.
Nonprofit Fair Health analyzed almost 2 million insurance claims for a year from February 2020. It found 23% of COVID patients had at least one long COVID condition, half of severely ill patients, and almost 20% of asymptomatic infections developed post-COVID conditions. Julie is pacing her recovery and feeling a little better each day as she works to reclaim her identity from COVID. Kristy Lee, NBC10 Boston.
Kristy, thank you. A celebration of Revere Beach has been moved to tomorrow because of the weather, of course.
First Alert Weather on NBC10 Boston. Boston's most accurate forecast, certified by Weather Rate.
Learned so much during this newscast. First Alert Weather now, and the rain causing some problems here in Lynn. You can see Alley Street flooded this morning, causing some serious problems, as you can tell there, for drivers. Pete, we're like a broken record with this. But
and this means more wet weather going into the latter half of Saturday and some of Sunday, too. You can see that in the 10-day forecast, but at least we get a couple of warm days. And even Saturday, with the thunder threat late, we're still 87, but then by Sunday, we'll see if we can work on that forecast, Shannon. I'm not going to spoil the weekend entirely.
Yeah, maybe like shift it back a little bit, you know, if you can.
To Saturday?
No, so Sunday looks good, too.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Good, yeah.
Pete, thank you. An extra special first pitch at this weekend's Red Sox game. Watch as the Mighty Quinn gets a fun moment on the field next. Getting on the mound for a very special honor. Mighty Quinn putting on a Red Sox uniform and throwing out the first pitch this weekend. Check him out. The 5-year-old even met the Green Monster. He's quite a little guy, isn't he? Sports is up next. Raul is here. We got 5 Red Sox players in the All-Star game, Raul.
Man, I love that Mighty Quinn story. He's just the man. All right, so yes, it's a testament to the start of Boston's seasons, one of the top teams in baseball. And coming up, you're going to hear from one of the All-Stars. And Shohei Ohtani will be the headline in tomorrow's game, pitcher and batter. The crowd is fired up for his time in the home run derby, but he wasn't the one stealing the show. Who took the crown? We'll show you next in sports. Oh, I love the new graphics. All right, baseball is on break, and it felt like the first half of the season flew by. And despite the Red Sox not finishing strong, they deserve to have 5 guys in tomorrow's All-Star game. Well, as we know, the Olympics are right around the corner, and usually there's a couple guarantees for the United States. One we don't really worry about is USA basketball, men and women. Well, the men seem to be having issues. Lost to Nigeria over the weekend, and now issues with Australia. I'm not in panic mode just yet. Not yet. Calm down, Martinez. They'll get there. There's a look at sports. We'll be right back after the break.
I'll start this party off right.
Yeah.
And we go with clouds tomorrow. There might be a sprinkle too. Yeah, this is a real flatliner, right? And then it looks like Wednesday we'll see some sun. We could see some grays tomorrow too, getting us to the low 70s, but then late week it's much warmer. And we are thunder and rain free until we get to the weekend, of course.
Pete's the guy that brings chips with no dip.
No.
Oh, is that what I do?
Is that raisins at Halloween?
Clouds.
Healthy apples.